But let's plug it in. But wait, this is high school. What we have to do is kind of format the solution in a different format. So what we have to do is use some kind of method that leads us to the problem. In the physics classroom, your teacher isn't going to expect you to memorize all this stuff. So technically, what we have to do is, yes, we need to know the formula, but we can't exactly say, oh, this goes with that. We have to use deductive reasoning and use evidence to find it out. And yeah, that's not a trash can. So here's what the method is. We have to guess and check. But when I mean that, it doesn't actually mean solve the problem right away and guess and check. Guess is actually an acronym. Just like geometry, where there are different steps and there's also different two-column proofs, we have a given, what the information has out there. We also have a unknown. In order for a math problem to be understood by people and in order for it to be successful, we need to be solving some kind of something. If everything was solved, then math wouldn't really exist. We need an equation. Here is where the formula comes in. Substitute. So what we have to do is substitute the information into the equation, because it will help us get to our answer. Or we have to set up. Depending on what your teacher wants, I would probably go with what your teacher wants, this or that. And the last one is solve. So when you solve, you actually have to show your work. So yeah, let's start showing our work. Let's get to our givens. So for our givens, we already understand that a car is going from 40 miles per hour to 80 miles per hour. So we are going to say our VF is going to equal 80 miles per hour. And our VI is going to equal 40 miles per hour. And here's the other part. In the next 6 seconds, what is the car's acceleration? So we understand that our time is going to represent 6 seconds. But we have no clue of what the acceleration is. So we are done with our givens because we got all of the, I would say, Lego pieces onto the table before we actually start using the directions and solving. But hang on, what formula uses VF, VI, T, and an A? Yes, yeah, I threw it in the garbage can, even though that's not the garbage can. But we have to use the acceleration formula. That is our equation step. And we already know the unknown because you're trying to find what that A represents. So your acceleration is going to equal your final velocity, subtract by your initial velocity, divide that by your time in seconds. So that is our equation. Now we have to set it up and substitute. So let's say your missing idea is going to represent 80, subtract that by 40, divide that by 6 seconds. So 80 subtract by 40 is 40. And 40 divided by 6, well, in this kind of problem, you will need a calculator. You're going to get your A is going to equal 6.66. But hang on. Now we need to label it. 6.66 what? Yes. 6.66 miles per second squared. But we're going to explain why it's called miles per second squared. It doesn't make sense if your answer kind of looks like meters per second. But we're going to explain why it's meters per second squared in another video. So yeah, that is how we understand how to solve this problem in a high school format, in a normal physics class. So if you're doing math, physics, chemistry, science, blah, 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 whatever, I would recommend this problem to anyone out there. If you know it, share it out. Spread it out to the world. So now let's get everything accelerated. So that concludes your video.
Finish! Alright, first place!
I hope this video has helped you understand acceleration. Thank you for watching Top Finger Life's Math Industry. Like and subscribe.